Hi there, it's Linda here. Thanks so much for joining me today as I play with this fabulous new Grungy Music Effects Stencil and make 3 signs for boys' bedrooms. So first up, my first sign uses the fabulous Mudra inks, and I'm loving the colours Tangerine, Orange, Sky Blue and Lemon Yellow on this first sign today. So I do try to usually apply the ink in 3 places. It's like the points of a triangle, so your eye moves around the card front. There is the odd occasion when I might just apply it in 2 places, but I do tend to come back often and add a third little dash of that colour, and that tends to be what you see me do on this sign today. So the first colour was Tangerine Orange. Now we're moving on to the Sky Blue, which is this gorgeous turquoise colour, and then the Lemon Yellow blends nicely with the 2 of those and gives you quite a beautiful greeny tinge at times too. So the gorgeous new release from Mudra, I always love their stencils, and the stencils again are fabulous, but I was really looking for something that I could use on some signs for boys' bedrooms. As a classroom teacher, I love to give little prizes and incentives to my students, and I like to have things on hand that they can choose from when they've worked really hard during the day. So it's all very easy to make signs for girls because there's so many pretty things around, and my signs sometimes, and cards, they're pretty much identical. You can do the same things to your cards as I'm doing on these signs. They often turn out beautiful for the girls, but I really wanted to focus a few on the boys and make them a bit more grungy this time. So I'm just placing the stencil back down exactly in the same spot, but then moving it a little bit to the left, and I'm going to stencil again over the top using the fabulous Nouveau Moonstone Glimmer Mist, or Glimmer Paste I should say. Love this product so much. You've seen me use it before, and it certainly gives you this wonderful sparkly effect. And I like to offset it a bit because then you still get the vibrant colour of the ink in places, but you get the muted colour as well underneath the sparkle. So what a fabulous stencil this is, the Grunge Music Effect, Grungy Music Effect, and I think it's going to really come in handy for lots of beautiful masculine looking projects. So applying the Moonstone Glimmer Paste with a palette knife or a spatula as you may call it, making sure I've got good coverage. Just getting to the bottom of this bottle, and thankfully my new bottle arrived just the other day because I don't like to run out of it. It's a wonderful product, and I do tend to always have it on hand these days. You do need to wash everything off ASAP, so once I remove my stencil, it's straight off to the sink to give everything a good clean. I do lift up the card and just wipe away the edges, but I don't show you that on camera. And then I add an orange frame and a sweet little slanted sentiment, and that first sign is finished. Then I'm using 3 distress inks, Weathered Wood, Chipped Sapphire and Fired Brick for this second sign. So Weathered Wood is going on first, and I do add it in 3 places. It's a bit of a faded, muted coloured sign, this one. Just trying to choose different colours, as I said, for signs that might appeal more to the boys in the class. So applying the Weathered Wood in 3 spots, and then moving on to Fired Brick, and lastly it will be the Chipped Sapphire, which is quite a deep blue colour. So these 3 colours work nicely together, and very simple to apply with your blending tools through these beautiful stencils. Lastly, on to the Chipped Sapphire, which is a beautiful blue, quite a rich blue if you add enough of it, and it does look gorgeous with the other 2 colours. So blending it in, getting some coverage in 3 spots again, as I mentioned. I tended to only add the fired brick into 2 spots, and now I'm just blending the 2 together, the fired brick and the chipped sapphire, in a couple of places. Then it's a matter of removing my tape, and this time I'm going to splatter on some extra black ink splatters to my sign. Ink splatters work beautifully with this image because it's already quite splatty, as you can see. So I'm using the My inks. This one is jet black. I've applied some, I've applied it on my acrylic block, and then sprayed on some Perfect Pearl solution, and then just mixing that around with my paintbrush and then splattering it on, and it just gives you a lovely grungy textured effect. And then I've added 2 little details, a sentiment and a ninja from the Mudra stamp set, of course, Be a Ninja, and that should be a popular one with the boys. So the 3rd sign is on black cardstock because the 3 texture pastes that I'm using do look so striking on black. So the first one is another Nuvo glimmer paste, and it's in, let me think of the name, Tanzanite Lavender. So it's a beautiful purple colour, and I'm adding it in 3 little spots on the stencil, not being too fussy about where it goes or how much, or doing anything in particular to get it in certain places, but just making sure that I've got the 3 colours in mind. As I add each colour, I'm thinking, you know, where will the other one fill in. So this is a silver texture paste, Cosmic Shimmer. It's called Silver Moon, and I'm getting very low on it, so just scraping to the bottom of the bottle to get enough for this sign. And then the final one is another Cosmic Shimmer Sparkle paste, and in this pot it is Decadent Teal, which is the most beautiful teal colour. So the 3 colours do work nicely together, and when you peel off your stencil, you can see that they've added beautiful texture and shine to the black cardstock. And then it's a matter of adding a silver frame. I do just wipe off the edges straight away. It's better to do it when it's when it's wet, rather than waiting till it's dry when you'll have to crunch it off. I add a silver frame and some sparkling rhinestones, as I have on my other 2 signs, either rhinestones or enamel dots, and my 3 signs are complete. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the Mudra products in use, and I'll be back again soon.